So I think we're ready to start. We're gonna, of course, as we typically do with our nonprofit forums, we're gonna start with some introductions. So we're gonna start with me, and then Kate, I don't know what's the best way to have everybody, if you wanted to just sort of call on everyone, if that works. So I'm going to start off. Good morning, I'm Lori Pepinella. I'm CEO of the Southern Ocean County Chamber of Commerce, and this is our spring nonprofit forum, and we're so excited to have Stockton University here with us today. This is, of course, a great partnership that we've had for many years, and we also have Ocean County Culture and Heritage that awards points, continuing education points towards any grantee that attends. So we have a great partnership with the county as well. Before I introduce our panelists, there is a few things I wanted to go over for some upcoming events. And then Kate is going to call on everyone to do a round robin hello this morning. So I just wanted to mention a few upcoming chamber events. April 21st, we have District 9 legislators, as well as Peter, who's with us this morning from the Health Department. Good morning, Peter. They're going to be talking about reopening and recovery. So that's Senator Connors, Assemblyman Rumpf, Assemblywoman Gove, as well as Peter Curatello from the Ocean County Health Department. They're going to be part of our April membership meeting. So Kate is taking RSVPs and advanced questions for anyone that has any questions about reopening and recovery. April 27th, we're in person at the Backyard at Terrace Tavern for Women in Business. May 5th, we have Attorney John Fansberg discussing cannabis in New Jersey business for our May meeting. That's going to be very interesting. May 26th, we have our Welcome to Summer Get Acquainted party in person at Fantasy Island. This is not only for you, but for your staff and their families as well. So RSVP is completely free. You get unlimited rides, arcades, everything's going to be socially distanced and safe. Just RSVP to Kate for that. And then June 9th, we have the Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness joining with us for our reopening summit to make sure that everyone is safe as far as all aspects, whether it is terror, awareness, pandemic. We always partner with our great New Jersey Office of Homeland Preparedness to kick off our summer season so everybody knows what they need to do in these difficult times. So Kate, if you can just start off, everybody can introduce themselves this morning.
Fabulous. Well, it's great to see everyone. My name is Kate Crew. I'm the Business Outreach Coordinator for the Southern Ocean County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm very happy to see everybody here. And let's see here. So let's, I'm sorry, I was taking a call before. Were you able to introduce our,
no, we were just going to do a round robin. If you want to call on our attendees.
I'll go through my list. I'll start with Michelle Collins-Davies.
Hi, good morning. I'm Michelle Collins-Davies from the Stockton University Manahawkin site. And welcome, and we're so happy to see everyone. And I'm also on the board of directors for the.
And let's see, next would be Paul Hartelius.
Good morning. I'm Paul Hartelius from Pine Shores Art Association. Been a member for about 12 years and glad to be here.
Good morning, Paul.
Judy Schreiber-Lepore.
I am Judy Schreiber-Lepore. I represent Ocean County Artists Guild. Wonderful to see everyone.
Good morning.
Jim Campbell, please.
I am Jim Campbell from Ocean County College.
And Jim Houndstein.
Get the unmute going. Hi, Jim Houndstein, also from Ocean County College. I work specifically at the Southern Ed Center as the director down in Manahawkin.
Yeah.
And Carrie Thorne, please.
Hi, Carrie Thorne with the Maximilian Foundation.
Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning. Long time no see.
Great to see you. Wonderful to see you.
You too.
Amanda DeFusco, I'm sorry. Oh, I have you on mute, Amanda. Sorry.
Okay.
She's on mute.
All right.
All right. Amanda Alsheimer from the John F. Pito Studio Museum.
Okay. And Christine Rooney. please. You're on mute. I'm sorry.
I'm Christine Rooney with the Lighthouse International Film Festival.
Love your earrings.
Thank you.
Peter Curatola, please.
Hi, Peter Curatola, Ocean County Health Department, and here to offer any expertise I may have, and certainly prepared a short PowerPoint and video from Hackensack Meridian on guidance virtually for any type of business to be everything from COVID safety to marketing. And of course, I have my colleagues right here and Tom Shriver up the hall. Should anyone need it from any type of business, any type of expertise or guidance in reopening, COVID safety, how to manage chronic diseases, how to prevent presenteeism, prevent absenteeism, and grow your bottom line in your business. And just want to be supportive of those efforts and for our community health improvement plan too. And thank you to Lori and Kate and all the members.
Thanks, Peter. Heather Johan, I'm sorry.
Hi, I'm Heather Johan from Family Promise in Southern Ocean County.
Okay. Lisa Cifaretto, please.
That was a good pronunciation. Proud
I hope it was right.
It was very right. I am Lisa Cifaretto. I am the president of TRAC and the cultural director for the BID.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Thank you.
Mary Beth.
Hi, Mary Beth Smart with Surflight Theater in Beach Haven.
Wonderful. Wendy.
Good morning, everyone. Wendy Saunders, Executive Director at St. Francis Community Center on LBI.
Let's see here. Connie Fahim, please.
Yes, hi, Connie Fahim. I'm representing two agencies, Ocean Inc., the Community Action Agency for Ocean, Atlantic, and Cape May, and also for Navy Lakehurst Historical Society.
Nice to see you, Connie. Celia, please.
Hi, I'm Celia Mendelson with Coastal Volunteers in Medicine, a free health clinic in Forked River.
Amanda Alsheimer, please.
I think we got mixed up before. There's Amanda Dufusco, and I think I took her turn. So I think you should go now.
Okay. All right. David Caldarella, please.
Good morning, everybody. David Caldarella, David's Dream and Believe Cancer Foundation.
Morning, David.
Samantha Stokes.
Good morning, everyone. Samantha Stokes from Ocean County Cultural and Heritage Commission, and I'm glad to see everybody from our re-grantees here.
Thank you for sending that out to everybody. That was wonderful. Arlene, please.
Yes, good morning. It's good to see everyone. I'm sorry you're not seeing me. I'm from downtown Toms River, the Business Improvement District, and it's great to be part of this. Look forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks, Arlene.
Brendan Collins.
Hi, I am Brendan Collins. I am an intern with the Lighthouse International Film Festival, and I'm happy to be here.
Great to have you here. All right, so we'll go back to Amanda Dufusco. I think I pronounced it incorrectly. I'm sorry. Amanda, you're still on mute. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Okay. I'm sorry, Amanda. We didn't hear you, but we'll come back. I promise. Are you there?
There she is.
Okay. Oh goodness. We'll come back. I promise. Let's see here. I just flipped through my screens. We have so many folks here today. Let me see here. Marshall, nice to see you. I think we just spoke.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Marshall Kern. I'm with the Toms River Community Art Project, and we're here to facilitate arts and culture for the town of Toms River.
Thank you. Catherine, please. McLaren? I'm sorry.
Catherine McLaren, Ocean County Cultural and Heritage, and good to see some familiar regrantee faces.
Steve Steiner. Oh, you're on mute, Steve.
There we go. Sorry. Yeah, I'm here in two places because one of my computer doesn't actually have a camera or a microphone. So I got you on my phone temporarily. But I'm here with Surflight Theater in Beach Haven. And I also wear a bunch of other hats because I am the treasurer of Art Pride New Jersey. I'm on the board of South Jersey Cultural Alliance, a past president. And I'm also the chair of the Ocean County Tourism and Business Advisory Council.
Excellent. Many hats, Steve. Love it. Jody, please.
I wear many hats too, but I don't have any props with me. So Steve did a great job with that. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jody Grunwald. I am the CEO and co-founder of the Zavaglia Plotter Kids Foundation. I'm also a not-for-profit consultant. I work with the NJBIA on their as a consultant for their not-for-profit council.
Welcome. Eric Weber.
Hi, I'm Eric Weber. I'm with Toms River Seaport Society in downtown Toms River.
Welcome. And Kevin Mim, please.
Oh. Good morning. I'm with the Barnegat Light Volunteer Fire Company, and we have a fund drive for a new fire truck, and we're also participating in the Wedding Roadshow. So anything in the nonprofit area, we're interested in. Thank you.
Very happy to see you here, Kevin. See here. Let's see, my screen jumped around. So I'm going to say Jean Voorhees, please. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hi. Jean Voorhees, I'm the grant writer for the Vintage Auto Museum of New Jersey, and happy to be here and be a part of your webinar.
Thank you. And Denise Cleveland, please.
Hi, my name is Denise Cleveland, and I'm representing the LBI Historical Association.
Excellent. I think I got everybody. My screen had jumped a bit, so my apologies.
Just send us a message if you didn't.
Yes.
You can direct message Kate or myself if we missed you, because we certainly do not want to miss anyone. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our speakers this morning. So today's event, our nonprofit forum, is communicating impact, strategic messaging for today's nonprofit. The topics will include the latest in donor outreach technology, including personalized video platforms, which seems to be taking the world by storm, tailoring your fundraising ask in the COVID era, best practices for traditional and non-traditional supporter engagement. And then we also have the Q&A, so you can put it right in chat, direct message myself or Kate, and we will make sure your questions get to our speakers. So I'm going to start off introducing Nikki Strothers. She currently serves as the Associate Director of Records and Stewardship for Stockton University Foundation. Her professional experience with Stockton began in 2012 as the gift processing coordinator. She has a background in database management, communications, and donor relations. She now oversees the comprehensive stewardship program and strategy to effectively communicate the university and foundation's appreciation of donors and gratitude for their support. And that's nice to hear. A lot of times we forget to say thank you, and we certainly need to do that more. Next is Susan Werner. She currently serves as Associate Director of Development for Stockton University Foundation. Her professional experience includes positions in both the corporate and non-for-profit sectors within the hotel casino industry, healthcare, grassroots nonprofit, and higher education. She has a background in customer service, sales, and marketing, as well as fund development. And she now oversees the annual giving program for Stockton, including the Ospreys Give, Stockton University's annual 24-hour day of giving. And Werner is a strong proponent of charitable giving and community service to build strong communities. So welcome to you this morning, and I believe we are starting with Nikki's presentation.
Thank you for the introduction, Lori, and good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here. I'm just gonna share a quick PowerPoint with you all. Okay. So today, as Lori mentioned, we are going to cover some of the latest donor outreach technology that we're using here at the foundation, including personalized video platform called ThankView. There's other ones out there, but we're going to talk about that one. We're going to talk about donor development, donor relations, and the fundraising ask in the COVID era, and traditional and non-traditional supporter engagement. So I'm going to jump right into the video sharing platform we're using. It's called ThankView. There's a lot of other platforms out there. We've been using it for about 2 years. We're about to renew for another 2 years. Sue and I originally wanted a product to be able to bring the student voice to our donors, to show where they're making an impact, so the students could directly say thank you to who's giving. We wanted this for our day of giving, so everybody that made a gift, a student could say thank you to that person. So we wanted, let's say, Sue to get a video in her email from a student that said, "Hi Sue, thanks so much for your gift to the Stockton Fund. It means so much to us." Since we've acquired this technology, we've been creative on the ways in which we've used it. We've used it to say happy birthday to some of our higher end prospects. We've used it for appeals that Sue has used. And we used it to say thank you for those appeals. And they're all coming from the students or somebody those people would recognize. We've used it to remind students about scholarship applications. We've used it to audition students to be speakers for some of our events. For us, we just wanted a platform to share video with our constituents, to bring the students, to bring the campus to our donors, our friends, our faculty, our staff, because as you know, video is is a growing form of communication, and it's really important to give a face and show the impact. So I'm going to show you a couple examples of some of the videos we sent. It's a very easy platform to use. You could record it on your cell phone, on your computer, anywhere where you have internet, and students can submit the videos right to the platform, and I can connect it to a campaign, and I will upload a list and send those videos directly to our donors or our constituents. It can be a generic video, or it can be a personalized one-to-one video. So I will show you guys some of those videos now. So the first one I'm going to show you is for our day of giving. So this was why we wanted the platform in the first place. So this is a student who every gift that came in, we had a couple volunteers, and we'd tell them their name, where they were giving, and they would record a video and upload it, and we would send it so the donor would receive this within a few minutes of their gift.
Hi, Rick and Millie, Nancy here. I'm a junior at Stockton University. I want to give a huge thanks to you for supporting Ospreys Give and for donating to the Student Relief Fund. Thank you so much.
And as you can see, we have a button below that leads them back to our campaign. We can put a quick note at the bottom. And one of the things we learned about ThankView is the organic, real messages from students are what people like. It's not overly produced, it's meaningful, it's from the heart. The next one I'm going to show you is just a monthly birthday video from another student volunteer.
Happy birthday, Carl. My name is Nilanjana, and I'm currently a marine science and biology major here at Stockton University. And I just wanted to take the time to say thank you for all the ways in which you support our students here at Stockton. And we all hope you have a really great day. Thank you again, and stay well.
These have been great during COVID because our student volunteers can record them from home at any time. So that's awesome to bring to our donors. This one is an end of year thank you video we sent to all of our donors. So we asked a group of students to each submit a video, and we compiled a group of them. So I'll share that.
My name is Charlene Baker, and I'm a dance major. Because of you and all your generosity, I'm able to obtain my degree and my future goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your generous donation, and because of you, I'm one step closer to achieving my career goal.
I wanted to express my gratitude for your support in my education. Because of you, I'm financially supported to become an educator in our community.
I just want to say thank you so much for everything, and because of you guys, I'm able to continue the education and work towards my profession.
Because of your generosity, I'm able to focus better on becoming the empowered woman who is able to help society at large and help change the world.
I'm doing a master's degree in Holocaust and Genocide Studies at Stockton University. I'm very appreciative of your support of my education. Because of your scholarship, my dream became a reality.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Because of you, I'm able to continue my educational journey.
Thank you so much. Because of you, I'm so able to continue my education in a more simpler and even a better way.
Because of you, I will be able to pay for my tuition and focus more of my time on my studies.
Thank you to the donors who make this possible. You are the people who are really included in each student's journey towards success. Because of you, we are reminded of the many opportunities we are blessed with and what we are striving for.
Because of you, I get to spend more mental capacity thinking about physics and tech, rather than spending my time thinking about this.
And because of you, I am able to stay relevant and motivated in my field of education and literacy, and now special education, surrounded and motivated by the Stockton community, and I will pay it forward.
Child donors, my name is Gabriele. I'm an international graduate student, class of 2021 in the physical therapy program. I just want to say thank you for your generosity. Let's go Ospreys.
Because of you, I'm able to stay in school and continue working towards my goal of giving back to my community.
Because of you. Because of you.
Because of you.
Because of you. Because of you.
Because of you. Because of you, I get to help change the world.
Nice.
So that one was a little longer, but we try to keep them around 30 seconds a minute. Since this was an end of year, a big thank you to them. We had our production services department just compile the videos, but you can compile a couple of the videos within the platform. So this one I just did myself. I took it at our boathouse for our rowathon, our rowing program. So this was a recent athletic campaign. This is the last one I'm going to share with you.
Thank you so much for donating for our rowathon. Stockton Rowing appreciates your support more than anything. Go Ospreys! Thank you!
On behalf of all our athletes, coaches, and the whole Osprey Navy, along with Stockton University, and our fine rowing community, thank you so much for your support and development of our program.
Thank you for supporting Stockton Rowing and pulling for the Osprey Navy. Thank you, donors!
And I just want to reiterate, you don't have to use this platform, but I think it's important to bring video to show a voice to who your organization is impacting. You're bringing that to your constituents, you're meeting them where they are, and it's had a great response here. So we're happy to have this platform. And Sue's going to talk to our peer-to-peer fundraising, our Elevate platform.
Thank you, Nikki, and thanks to everyone for having us here today. You know, when I was introduced, I do want to share that I've had a wonderful opportunity to work in all levels of corporate and nonprofit, and within nonprofit, from grassroots where we were not resourced at all to opportunities where there were some resources. But it doesn't matter where you are or what you have, it really all still comes down to building relationships. And all of the techniques that Nikki and I were sharing today are really about building those relationships. And because of COVID, which is, you know, the focus of our discussion today, we all knew that we all had to make changes, and some of them became digital, some of them became more digital, but in other times, you know, it almost forced us to become a little bit more personal, and we'll talk about that later. One of the programs that we have had in place pre-COVID that we relied on even more during the last year, and we will continue to use, is what's referred to as peer-to-peer fundraising or crowdfunding. And many of you, I'm sure, use this already. And, you know, it had its origins probably back in the, you know, the 5K walkathon, runathon, danceathon. You get someone to sponsor you, and you kind of build a team and raise more money that way. Well, when things became digital, we moved into, and the industry moved into, what is referred to as crowdfunding. So you gather a crowd around you of friends, of family, of colleagues, of neighbors, anyone within your network who supports your mission, who supports your cause, and setting up a digital platform as the means to share the cause, to share the information, and provide the opportunity for people to make a gift. So we use a program, and again, as Nikki said, with ThankView, this is just the one that we happen to use. But you know, you might be familiar with GoFundMe as a popular program that some folks use individually, or even Facebook has opportunities that you can do crowdfunding. So what we're looking at right now are individual projects, some of which are run by, you'll see the first one, the Youth Rowing Program. That is a specific project designed to raise money to get young people in Atlantic City who would not normally have the chance to learn to row crew an opportunity to do that. So there is a community group that has come together who wants to raise this money. We use this platform, include sponsorships, include opportunities to get involved, make an individual gift or a corporate gift. But this is the place to send folks to learn more and to be able to make a gift. There's, Nikki, if you'd go back to the one that's next to it. But at the same token, the university has set a priority around advocating for social justice and equity. And this is just an example of the same thing, an opportunity to give. But you'll see down the right-hand side all of the different programs that support our social justice and equity initiatives here at Stockton. And if there's something there that appeals to a donor more than another, they have an opportunity to click on that button and make that gift. But it also, for those of you who have organizations that have multiple funds or have partners, it gives them an opportunity to fundraise more simply and more cleanly without having to do it on their own. So hence the crowdfunding, where you have a central place where you can fundraise and then push it out to friends, neighbors, colleagues, and then just watch it grow. It does need to have a goal, and the goal can either be in terms of the number of donors that you're looking to garner, or an amount. And honestly, social fundraising and crowdfunding is about as much about engagement as it is about the dollars raised. The opportunity to tell your story and to get people involved. It's not designed for large gifts necessarily. Sometimes you'll get lucky and get one, but you know, ideally it's not more than a $3,000 to $10,000 goal. And we see most success in the lower ends with smaller gifts. It's a nice way to get people engaged and involved. So it's called Elevate Stockton. If you want some time to go and page through, we have multiple projects going on at any one time, scholarships, student organizations that will do projects. And it does, again, rely on a network. I mentioned earlier about Day of Giving, and this is kind of crowdfunding on steroids. This is a 24-hour intensive crowdfunding effort that, in this case, the university kind of drives the train on behalf of our campus partners. So we run it from, our theme is One Day, One Stockton, because we are in so many locations, because we have folks who have come to Stockton over the generations. We have come together on this one day to be one Stockton and unite. This year during COVID, again, we had to make some changes, and we're going to talk in a little bit more a little while about how we established our focus for fundraising this year because of COVID. But you'll see that there's an opportunity, Nikki, if scrolls down a little bit, that there is an opportunity to give any place you like. And you'll see that advocate for social justice, we call them a bucket there, but there was also themes about keeping our students first, about strengthening our community, advancing our academic programs, and inspiring athletic excellence. And then Stockton does have an unrestricted fund that is called the Stockton Fund that someone wants to give to. But if Nikki clicked on Keep Students First, for example, you would see anything in there that might support our student initiatives, whether it be emergency funds, tuition assistance, military funds, parent programming. So this is really an opportunity to crowdfund for the entire university and all of our campus partners. And it's a very marketing intensive, communications intensive project, but you will see new donors and it will give you an opportunity to talk with existing donors about new programs and priorities within your organization. So this takes a lot of planning and a lot of thought, but it is well worth it in terms of the engagement. So then in terms of technology, they are the two primary areas that we're working in the annual giving area.
Did I miss one too?
So as you want to go to the next slide, Nikki?
Yep.
When we're talking about reaching out through ThankView, and I had started to mention that our wellness outreach was probably one of our most effective tools during COVID. You know, we all had to be very sensitive to asking for money. What was the appropriate thing to say, to do? People were losing their jobs, businesses were closing. We all know that we were all struggling. But the one thing that we could all do was just call and check in on each other. We could send personal notes, we could send emails, we could send thank yous. And so the idea of the health of our organizations financially was also dependent on the health, and I don't mean the medical clinical health, I just meant the well-being of our donor and friend community. So we did a lot of wellness outreach during a time when we weren't necessarily sure that development and fundraising was appropriate. Nikki, did you want to add to that?
No, I think you covered it, Sue, but I feel like when we were sent home, we had to pause and figure out what we were going to do. How are we going to connect to our donors now that we can't have events, that we can't meet up for a cup of coffee? We still had email, we still had letters, but it was nice to be able to send a video to someone. They can open it whenever they wanted, just to show our face, to bring us to them and say, we just want to say hi, see how you're doing, that we're thinking of you, because we had the time to do it, which we don't normally have that kind of time to do because we, like so many of you, wear a lot of hats. So that was a nice opportunity. I think that came out of it.
Yep. And I think it was fun too, that when we were home and I was learning how to make videos, which I'm not the expert at making videos. And Nikki would remind me that the more homemade looking, actually the better. And I'm standing in my driveway and all of a sudden people could connect with me, not just as Sue from Stockton, but as Sue who was home in her driveway, just like they were too. So in terms of our donor development and our fundraising during COVID, we really took a pause again in terms of whether the appropriate focus of our fundraising was for the organization or whether it was for individuals. And you know as well as I do that fundraising for your organization is critical to maintaining your operations. But donors during certain times want to know, and particularly what we're seeing in changes in generational giving, younger audiences and younger donors have different motivations for giving than do baby boomers like me. And so we found that our focus on giving really needed to be on making a difference for individuals. And the individuals for us are our students. And no matter what we went out and asked for, in terms of funding when the time came. It was based on need, it was based on fulfilling our mission, and it was always with a cause to benefit our students, primarily our Student Relief Fund. As you can imagine, our students were touched by COVID in many ways. Many of our students, this is their home. So when campus closed, some of our students didn't have homes to go to. Our international students were not able to get back home. They have no family here. They did not have the ability to work because there were no campus jobs. There was very clear need, families that were losing jobs, tuition that was not able to be paid. And so our focus went very clearly to helping our students as individuals and our campus community versus helping the organization on a program level. And we know that that's not necessarily sustainable for the long run, but as you know, we've heard this word pivot before, we knew that this was where the priority was and where this was the need was. And we hoped that our donors would respond to that, and those who were able to support our students would in fact do that. And we did see success with that. The Student Relief Fund became really a center point for us to maintain a sensitivity with our donors and also meet a need of our students. We did go, while everyone was jumping on the Zoom wagon, and try to create events and to try to create things that would be meaningful for our alumni and to keep in touch with them. We couldn't call everybody. We couldn't send videos to everybody. And we thought, you know, we've got tremendous resources here, just as you have resources in your museums and your associations of subject matter experts. And so we started having virtual events, including lectures and workshops that faculty put on. We did some fun things like trivia nights. We started with yoga and meditation every Monday, and these were done by volunteers. All of the programming was done by volunteers and with a slant toward keeping everyone engaged but well and connected, because we all know early on we felt a tremendous sense of isolation. So this was a fun way to see people just like we're doing now, once a week or once a month. And it gave us the opportunity to showcase some of the faculty work and research that was happening here at the university, and appeal to different audiences and let them know. It gave us the chance to talk to our donors and our friends in ways that we probably weren't doing enough of before. You know, we've all said that there's things that we learned through COVID that we didn't do before, that we said, you know what, I think we need to hang on to this. This is actually a good thing. And some of these virtual events we will definitely be hanging on to.
Another big event, I think we're a very event heavy office, and the one that I plan every year is our scholarship recognition dinner. That's a in-person 300 plus banquet dinner. Obviously we couldn't have that this year, so we had to figure out what can we do in place of that? How can we have an event that connects our scholarship donors to our students, because it's so meaningful, it's so engaging for our donors. So this year we decided to do a scholarship recognition day where we would launch a website. I'll show you that right now. So this was our scholarship recognition day website. It has a few videos, a welcome from our chief development officer, a message from our president who's having a conversation with some of our recipients, a message from our foundation board chair, some quotes from some of the recipients themselves, and pictures, along with a Meet the Scholarship Selection Committee section. So that's how we kind of replaced it this year. We also used Thank You to send one-on-one videos from the recipients directly to the donors, so they were able to put a face to their donation, to meet their recipient, where in previous years they would be normally sitting at a table with them having a dinner. We hope this year to have it in the spring. But I think this was well received and people could look at it on their spare time, and you can still go to it now. I linked that in the presentation, so you'll be able to see that. Share my screen again. And as we've mentioned before, Thank You was another form of engagement. Our audience isn't just donors, it's faculty, staff, students, friends, and alumni, and we can use it a variety of ways, whether using Thank You or another video platform, even just emailing a video, I think is a great way to engage your constituents. I'm obviously in charge of stewardship, so showing donor impact is a huge part of my job, and thinking of new ways to do that is really important. This fall, we decided to send scholarship bulletins. So those were monthly updates to our scholarship donors that we sent through our scholarship platform, but it could be through other means, whether it's a printed piece or an email. And it was something simple just to keep them engaged and update them on what's going on. Some of the examples include a thank you from a recipient, or maybe a new gift from a new donor, a new scholarship. So those have been pretty successful on engaging our scholarship donors. Every year, I'm sure many of you do this, we send out an annual report of impact. This is a pretty traditional method of communication. I'll show you the electronic version of that. We send it through email and through printed pieces. So we do an annual one currently to all our donors. I'll just show you our example from this year. And our hope for our report of impact is we want it to be very image heavy, easy to read. We have a lot of infographics, and we personalize it as much as we can. So this is just a sample of what it looks like. We have a lot of quotes. We like to feature our students. So this is a great piece that goes out every year. Sorry, share the screen. And the last thing I just want to mention is another way to show donor impact is to, if you have anything unique to your organization, like artwork or anything you can replicate. This year we're doing something unique where our natural science and mathematics school is tapping maple syrup trees on campus from a grant. So now we're able to send mini maple syrup bottles to all our NAMS donors or some of our special donors. So that's a really unique gift we can give to people that's not costing us a lot of money, but we're using the resources we have on campus to send that. And people are loving that right now because they can see how they're having an impact. And it's just an awesome thing that we're sending people right now. So I just thought I'd mention that. And then what have we learned throughout this process? I think we've learned a lot. And I think many of you know that Zoom fatigue is real, that we had to put a pause on donations and just ask, how are you doing? I think we've learned that we're going to continue to use some of the technology we've really leaned on throughout this past year, even when we can be together again. And Sue, would you want to mention anything else you've learned?
Well, yeah, we've learned an awful lot, and we learned, I think, with having, there's times that it felt like we had extra time on our hands, and there was times that we didn't. But I think for all of us, we were forced to learn more and more about our memberships and our donors and our alumni. And we learned a lot about the differences and what motivates people to give and motivates people to be engaged, and how they want to receive information from us. And how they want to, and what they want to share back with us. And so, you know, this is a cliche that we hear oftentimes about meeting people where they are. And I know that that seems overwhelming when you're a small shop, and we're relatively a small shop as well for the number of people that we have to try to reach. But it's true, you know, there's a lot of measurements and development and donor relations these days in the world of fundraising that is talking less and less about the money that you raise versus the donors that you retain and the friends that you retain. And I think that when the pace gets going and we lose sight of those individual small touches, we run some risks. And I think for COVID for us taught us, at least it taught me, that stepping back and just sending a 30-second email or video that says, hey, thinking about you, how are you doing? Took us a long way. And I think that for us, that's what we learned. And I hope we never lose that.
Do you guys have any questions or comments for us?
I believe we have a few that Kate has in chat.
Yes.
And again, please keep them coming if anyone has anything additional. Go ahead, Kate.
Okay, so the first question I have is regarding some of the programs that you had discussed. Are there any, the costs of them, are there any introductory trials?
Sure. I know for Thankview, our contract is about $5,500 a year for a 2-year contract. There are other platforms out there. And for us, that was budget friendly compared for what we're using it for the amount we're using it. We can send up to 10,000 videos a day. And we're sending them all the time. It's basically become a second full-time job, just managing Thankview. So we're getting a really great bang for our buck with that, but I'm sure there's other platforms out there you can use. And like I said, even if you're just recording on your cell phone and uploading it to your computer to email or to text it someone, if you're showing a new space or some new artwork, it's great just to show that through video any way you can, really.
The second question I have is, do you need any additional waivers since the pandemic? And are you allowed to ask for proof of vaccine or negative test results for volunteers?
Sue, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but at this point, we don't have to ask that. We don't have to ask for proof of vaccine or additional waivers. We do have a standard waiver we ask our students to sign, but nothing that has changed because of COVID.
Yeah, the university has a guest policy just about signing in, and and that is starting to loosen. Our goal for the fall is to be back on campus fully, but we de-densified this all throughout the year, and there was actually the university put together a very comprehensive COVID web page that I would encourage you to go visit. I'll grab it and put it in the chat, but they provided tremendous resources, and there was a guest policy on there, but no waivers.
And next question I have here is, can you tell us the most important tool a group can use for communicating their value?
Mm-hmm. Their value or values, I'm sorry.
Values.
The donor's value, I'm sorry, could you?
Let's see here, I'm not sure.
The donor's value or the organization's value?
I believe it's the organization.
I think so, yeah.
For us, and Nikki does more on the stewardship side, but when we're talking about going out for an appeal, it really is about hearing from the person who's benefiting from whatever your organization's mission is. In our case, it's students. It's also the community. I mean, we are a community organization as well. And we're getting ready to do an appeal right now, as a matter of fact, that is showing the impact of one person's gift that helped one student offset tuition assistance, who happened to be a nursing student, who happened to end up in the Atlantic City mega site, who happened to help vaccinate, who now is making the community better. And I think showing that ripple effect of how the people who you want to show the value to make a difference, in whether it be in your community, whether it be in your to the recipients, whether it be families or children, or whether it be the arts and community at large. It's just showing the tool itself. Again, I think it's this multi-channel approach. It's got to be a little bit of everything. It's in the way you answer the phone. It's in your signature at the bottom of your email. It's those every little place where you have an opportunity to communicate with somebody, I would drop it in.
And one question that I have is that the thank you platform, the thank you platform. So that is something that someone will get an email and it'll just like bounce open and it'll be that video, and you could track openings, you could track responses, you could put a direct donate now link, all within that one email segment.
You're exactly right. Yep.
Okay.
It comes to you as an email. You can say, you can change who it's from, what the subject line is, all of that. And when you get the email, it shows a little video picture. You click it and it brings you to the website that I showed you. So the video will pop open and play. And on the back end, I can see who opened it. I can see if they watched the whole thing. I can see where they opened it in the country. I can see what their age group was, what their gender was. It's a magical tool.
So
Can I just add as somebody who received a video, it is really excellent. Like as an end user, if you're just donating to something and you donated, you're done, you moved on. And then to get a video thanking you that's personalized with your name in it, it's such a lovely touch. So I can't say enough about that. I was just tickled and I felt good, and it was heartwarming to hear from somebody who was going to benefit from that. So as you know, I just want to respond to the other side of that. I didn't know it was coming. It came and I was like, wow, this is really wonderful. So it was a neat thing to receive as a donor as well. So
thanks,
just wanted to offer that.
That's great. Kate, is there any more questions or comments in the queue?
Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm not seeing any others, but if anybody has one, please, you can like raise your hand or.
Because are you able to advertise events? That's one of the questions.
Oh, that just came through.
That was me.
Yeah,
it was fast.
You, Gary. Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, are you using that? I see for the fundraising side and for the appreciation side, but what about the promotion of that?
At this point, we haven't advertised with it just because we have a separate email system, but we have talked about sending videos from events while we're live, just to see like if people can attend.
Okay.
So we've talked about that. We can advertise events. We just haven't used it for that purpose yet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think the price, depending on the amount of use. I mean, you had said 10,000 videos a day was what your capacity is for your contract. I'm sure that could be scaled to size.
Yes.
For some people that might only be sending out videos a few a week or whatever.
Yeah,
but
I think you're right.
That's a great place. That type of video platform is certainly a great place to look if you want to start engaging in a different way. And to Michelle Collins-Davies' point, during the pandemic, to receive something like that was probably a burst of sunshine that you weren't expecting during lockdown. So it definitely had its time to really launch properly with that. So before we close out, I just want to make sure, is there anyone else that has any questions? So Carrie, I believe you can advertise events through that.
Okay.
You would just create the video to your donor base to say,
right.
Probably for you, that's who you're marketing to for events and everything. You probably would be able to do that with a video to invite people to come.
And we have used it during Day of Giving to obviously to promote that event or that day as a whole. And but we've also used it as another way when we've done an annual appeal that we've had a student also make the ask and brand it to look like the appeal. And then that same student will do the thank you. So they asked and they thanked. But again, like Nikki said, you can do that with when they record it with their cell phone. So, I mean, there's no technology necessarily involved with recording it, but you can send it out, through your Outlook or whatever platform you're using. So even if you wanted to dabble in it before you invested in it, whether it's for the appeal or whether it's for your thank yous, or whether it's for an upcoming event, it is nice to be able to personalize it. And I think it does take people by surprise and
Right.
make the organization noticed. Yeah.
Thank you. I don't think we'll let Dawn do it though.
No, don't do that. So I think this was, I mean, if people were familiar with this platform, I think we're going to see a lot more of it. I know higher education, I think, really embraced it as far as the, even the acceptance letters and things that I have seen parents whose children were accepted across, you know, all different levels of you know, colleges, universities, programs, sports teams. They're getting these very personalized videos. So I think it might be starting to set the tone for what people are going to be expecting. So please start now and take a look. And of course, both our presenters provided their contact information. So if you have anything else to talk to them about, even about their fundraising component, the crowd raising build out that they did, anything that that you might have some questions for your own needs, please reach out to them directly. I think it's all very valuable. Now, they also want to know, do you just Google Thank You, or is there a particular, you know, a program name for this type of event, you know, this type of platform?
Thank You is thankyou.com.
Okay.
Lori, Lisa Cifaretto would like to state something about the
Sure.
Thank You.
Hi. Speaking of thank yous, I just wanted to let everybody know and invite everybody here. We are doing a huge thank you to the local heroes, first responders, and essential workers in the town. We're doing a 120-foot mural of thank you to all of those people. And I don't know if you can see it behind me. I mean, there's parts of it all over the room, part painted, part not. But if anybody is interested in coming in and, you know, putting some paint on paper and being able to sign the wall that we're putting it up on, we'd love to have you guys, because we think this is a super important project. And the people in the town of Toms River are so excited about it. We've had 18 different groups of children come in and help us paint. And we have about 12 more scheduled right now. So if anybody'd like to come in and just check it out, say hello, put some paint on paper for us and be part of it, we'd love to have you. That's a big thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. That's great. So, and again, if anybody wants to just Google video platforms, you know, donor engagement platforms, video, Google, and you'll probably find other companies as well, if Thank You isn't for you, just to get you a little bit more familiar with some of these products. So if that is all, and we're pushing an hour, so I don't want to keep anyone any longer than we need to. I just want to remind you again, next Wednesday, we have Senator Connors, Assemblyman Rumpf, Assemblywoman Gove, and Peter Bertolo from the Ocean County Health Department as part of our April membership meeting. And then May 5th, we have Attorney John Fansberg discussing the cannabis as part of our May meeting, and a lot of stuff in between. So just give us a call if you need anything to help you with your, you know, promotions, or if you're hiring or anything else. We have all sorts of campaigns running. So just jump on board. So with that, I want to thank again so much to our presenters this morning, and to Stockton, and for all of you joining us. And we really appreciate it, Nikki and Susan. We thought everything that you are doing was very, I mean, those videos were just so touching. They were just amazing. So, and just to understand that that can happen and be tailored to any level really means something to us this morning. So what a wonderful presentation. And I want to thank everyone again for joining us. And just any questions, just call the Southern Ocean County Chamber or go on our website or follow us on social. We're always here. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a wonderful day.
Have a great day.
Thank you.